Howdy, Summers. One of my favorite things about starting new saves is trying to turn them into legacy saves and seeing how many generations I can get through before I get sick of the save and end up deleting it. I know so many people who struggle to get past the second or third generation just because they find the game very boring and it becomes very difficult for them to stick to a family when there's just nothing for them to do. And I'll admit, I've struggled with that too. However, there is one save, one family that I have remained attached to after playing with them for 2.5 years. It's not a save that I talk about or show off very often, but this particular save is almost 13 generations in. Gen 12 just became a young adult. You may be wondering how the heck I managed to play a family for so long, and truthfully, the answer is I have no idea. I found that a really easy way for me personally to continue on to the next generation is by making up storylines for the next gen. So with my Gen 12 sim, she is very passionate about baking, she wants to own a bakery, and typically when I do show off my family on my channel, it's because I've built something. So I'm going to show you what I've built. I don't really build community lots in The Sims just because I am so used to building houses in The Sims, and so it is very difficult for me to get out of the whole house building mindset. And so trying to build this little bakery for my Gen 12 sim Melanie was very difficult. It's also not like the biggest build that I've ever done. It is quite small, and that's because my sim actually does not have that high of a cooking or baking level, and so she was very limited in the things that she could make. But this build does come fully stocked with a bunch of different like desserts. We have cakes, cupcakes, pies, scones, something else I don't even remember. There's just so many things in it, and honestly, like, I don't hate how this turned out, but I definitely feel like my skills for building community lots could use some improvement. It's just not something I do very often. It's a very rare occasion that I actually build a community lot. But I made an attempt for the purpose of Melanie's storyline, and honestly, it could be worse. So, yeah, but I am working on a little kitchen here. This is where Melanie makes all of the stuff that she uses to stock the bakery. And really, it was only for the purpose of stocking it the first time, because once you actually have something stocked at like a retail store, you can just automatically restock it without having to make things fresh. So owning a bakery, you just hit this little sign and say restock, and then boom, you have more scones or something. So it really only comes in handy when making new things for the first time. But yeah, I don't know. I try to keep the vibes in this build very light because Melanie to me is a very like lighthearted sim. She's very sweet, but I wanted to kind of make it feel nice and cozy, but I didn't want it to feel like super crowded, which given how big these little like refrigerator display things are, it is pretty cramped. But I think I did okay for the most part. There's should be enough walking space for Sims to kind of move around and get to places that they need to go. And I did something that I never do, which is I included a cupcake machine into this build, which the thing is huge. I am not gonna lie, it's gigantic. But it was a lot of fun to use it because I've actually never used it prior to having my sim make a bunch of stuff. So yeah. I did go into the gallery a couple times just to get some like art from the gallery to put around the bakery. I wanted bakery inspired art specifically. We don't really have a lot of that in The Sims. So I went onto the gallery, looked up bakery art, and as you can see, I just downloaded some stuff. Now, the trick with this is that it's not supposed to mark the build as custom content if you download stuff off of the gallery because, I don't know, Sims logic. And I have tried this trick before on the last build that I did, this like big family home. I downloaded stuff from the gallery, put the pictures up around the house, didn't get marked as custom content. However, this build, for whatever reason, got marked as having custom content on the gallery, and I'm not entirely sure why, because I took all my mods and custom content out before I even built the place. And I don't know. I've had this glitch before where it marks my stuff as having custom content when it doesn't, or I guess being modded when it doesn't. But yeah, so if you choose to download this off the gallery, it's called Mill's Bakery, but you do have to click the little include custom content button on the gallery, so that way this will actually pop up if you look at my gallery page. It makes no sense to me. I wish I knew why it was being marked as custom content, but I don't. It is what it is. I originally built this in Hanford on Bagley, and I don't know why. I'm really struggling to, like, when I build, find places that I really want to build at. And I don't know. I think it's just because I've had these same worlds for a very long time, and I'm kind of sick of being in the same ones over and over when I build. But until we get a new world, it is what it is. Basically, I don't have a lot of choices. So, I mean, I do have a lot of choices. There are a lot of worlds in this game, but none that I really feel fit the particular vibe, I guess, a lot of the time. Or I just get sick of using the same ones over and over because I don't like to build in certain areas. Like, I don't know. I don't really build anything in San Myshuno or Mount Komorebi, and I have built something in Oasis Springs, but it's not really my favorite place to build. But I very much like these more like kind of green worlds. So we have like Evergreen Harbor, Willow Creek. What's the one that came with? I can't even think of it now. Basically, I like really green worlds. Windenburg is what I'm thinking. um, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just in need of a new world, which luckily we get one next month with the Growing Together expansion. But yeah, so like I said, this is on the gallery for you. Let's hop into the game and actually take a look at this. All right, so this is on the gallery for you, but remember to hit the little box that says include custom content, otherwise it will not show up. But Mel's Bakery is on the gallery for you guys, along with this little like piece of jet that spawned because when I put this down in my own game to have Melanie stock it, it was raining at the time and storming, and I guess lightning hit the uh, top of the building. But in the actual game, here we are. First of all, we have kind of a, I don't want to say bird's eye view, but like, this is a look at the top, and like I said, we just have that little bit of jet there, which is ridiculously funny, to me at least. I did include a pond in here, which I really don't think fits the vibe of the bakery, but I wanted to do something with this little area. And it's actually fall in my game, so first of all, this is Melanie down here. She is dressed like a smuggler from Star Wars because it is actually Spooky Fest in my game, so, which is my equivalent of Halloween. But this is Melanie, my gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Alright, so, we come in here, and the first thing that we see, we are greeted with the front desk area, and again, I have all of this little, like, bakery-themed art on the walls. And like I said, I did have Melanie fully stock this place, so we have a bunch of cakes, we have bread, and just kind of like a variety of things, donuts, a bunch of cookies. This is all the pies and other things. And we got some like brownies and scones and whatever else, the cupcakes. And let me tell you, I spent like 2 in-game days basically having Melanie make all of this stuff with the help of her mom, Nori. But yeah, and then going back through here, we have the kitchen. So it's nothing fancy. I put a little coffee maker in here because it's a bakery, and I thought, well, that could be cute. I also just noticed that the faucet on the sink is going through that curtain. And then over here, through this little door, we have kind of like the office and cupcake area. I don't know. The idea behind this was really like, and don't think this is a thing that you can actually do in the game, but like if you got like online orders for like cupcakes or something, this would be like where someone would check that. And then we just have the cupcake machine in here as well. So it's nothing super fancy. And I'm honestly okay with it. Like, I don't think it turned out bad at all. It's really cute, and I'm really excited to play in this. However, because I want Gen 13 to be the first with the infant update, I actually have to pause my save for a little bit because I don't want to get too far into Melanie's adulthood. So while I may not really get to use this bakery for the time being, it is on the gallery for you, so you can use it whenever you want. Also, I've noticed I have this glitch where anytime I download stuff from the gallery, even like my own builds, all the curtains disappear. And I don't exactly know why that is. So if you download this lot and all of the curtains have disappeared and you want to just replace them, it's the eco-friendly panel curtain. I think it's a base game curtain, but I may be wrong. Let me actually double check that real quick. Yeah, it is a base game one. So it's the 85 simoleons, and, well, I guess they're all kind of... The Veil of Mystery is 85 too, but this one looks nicer between the two. So, yeah, just if the curtains disappear when you download this, then that's what it is. So, yeah. but this is the whole place, and it could be worse. Truly. This is why I don't build community lots very often, but I hope you like it and find some use for it in one of the worlds in your saves. Or all of the saves if you really like it that much and you want to put it everywhere. I feel like bakeries are one of the lesser made type of community lots, but that could just be me. I don't really have bakeries in my game usually, so who knows? But if you like it, it's available for you. My username on the gallery is TheSimmingKoalaa with 2 A's. I put it in the description all the time. It's just called Mel's Bakery. Remember, just includes custom content and you're good. Alright, but that is the whole bakery. I know this is kind of a short video, but it's not a very big build. So I didn't have like too much to show off really, but it's fine. Sometimes the smaller builds end up being the nicest. And I wish I could say that this is a very nice build, but it's a community lot. I build houses usually, so. But let me know if you want me to build anything else. Let me know if you want me to show off a little bit more about this family some other time, because I am truly invested in this family. It's my favorite save to play with, and I'm kind of sad that I have to pause it for a little bit until we get the infant update, but it's fine. It's literally the end of February. We only have a couple more weeks to kind of suffer before we get all the new content. Yeah. Okay. But with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.